I think that that's been taken and ran with, and I think it's been taken advantage of.
Okay. And this is why I wanted to bring all this stuff up, because these are other topics we're going to talk about later on as we go down the line. But I do want to go back to the whole thing of the logic. Logic is interesting because Uncle Drew brought it up. He said, let's look at it. You have a woman out there, and of course, I'm connecting these two topics because we're talking about white women with logic, and now we're going to talk about the fact that the logic of obesity as it relates to, mainly I'm going to go ahead and say black women in this case here. Okay. Not that we're not necessarily talking about
black. Let's just keep
Well, the reason I'm saying about the reason I'm saying black women, just so you guys know, the reason I'm saying black women, because if you look at the statistics, when it comes to people working out, it's very, depending on the circles you surf around, but I guess you do this numbers, very rare you see many black women that work out in droves. You do see a lot of black women who promote girls trips, promote these different things, but you don't see a lot of black women who promote different like mud runs and dirty races. Like, they are out there, but not the same amount as others. So the reason I brought that up, because when it comes to logic and we talk about obesity, a lot of things that's been in the news lately, which is also another reason I'm bringing this up, and I'm not playing devil's advocate, I'm not playing anything, I'm just bringing up observing. We talked about Lizzo a lot. Lizzo's come up in the news about people saying that she's beautiful, she's this, she's that, she should be comfortable in her own skin. Everything should be okay with Lizzo. Granted, you should be comfortable in your own skin. You should be okay with a lot of different things. But when you use logic and talk about health factors, there is a concern. Now, with that being said, I'm bringing that to the group and like I said, I'm going after just black women for right now, because I think that's where the bulk of the conversation actually starts. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of black men that are overweight and obese, if you look at the obese factor. But the sassiness of a black woman, the confidence of a heavy black woman is very distinct.
It is.
In a way that makes you say, you know what? She might be overweight, but her confidence level's on point.
And that's what's important.
And is that though?
But it doesn't sway away from the facts, though.
Right, it doesn't, but that is the help.
It makes her feel better.
But I have to because when you said what you said to LM at the end, I'm thinking that's the part I heard that I wanted to comment on. When you said about the last topic we were talking about, what did you say with the white woman?
With the white woman logic. And go back
to that.
No, I'm saying that the white woman was talking as if using logic and talking about how women need to understand they're not the prize. That portion you're talking about, right?
Right. I wanted to hit on that because this is the part where I didn't, like I said, I was trying to, share it or whatever. But this is from a white woman's point of view. Mm-hmm. If you look at white women, or a lot of white women, they do have a husband, whether he's physically present, but he's always taken care of. They always have a great job and nice car, whatever. She's home with the kids. He's taking care of whatever the case is. If you look at maybe an average white family, right? This is what goes on with them. The man is the sole provider for the household. If the woman has a job, she's keeping it for herself or just pocket money, but she runs the household, food is whatever. This and being, it's all about her and whatever the case is, whether they have kids, whether they don't have kids, and she's the prize. That's majority in white families. If you look at a black woman, we do the total opposite of that. And this is like a vast majority of like 75%. There's not a big percent of us women, black women, that have husbands that's like, my wife is the prize. She's the one that's in it. Majority of the time, it's flipped. The woman prize possession is this man. I'm going to make sure she done ate. I'm going to make sure I'm going to make all this to a man.